Fergus. I'm the Deputy Weapon Engineer in Officer on board HMS Trenchant, which is currently based in Plymouth in Devonport. Initially I joined the Navy because I was working putting tumble dryers together for a living, which I decided was probably not where I wanted to go. So therefore I decided I wanted more training in my life, and I joined the Navy in order to develop and get the qualifications which were being offered. I joined the Navy as a rating back in 2002, and I did 3 years as a rating when I was selected to become an officer. I was then sent to university to get the training which was required for me to go to Dartmouth, which I did in 2006. I then did the officer training, which I specialised in submarines, and therefore went and did the weapon engineering training. That involved initially going through to become a basic warfare officer, to specialise as an officer first and a weapon engineer second. Then I did some time as a assistant weapon engineering officer. I went to sea, learnt how to operate a periscope, how to man a chart, and learnt a little bit about the weapon engineering department on board a submarine. And then on completion went back and did the weapon engineering course DESIG, which taught me how to do the weapon engineering officer's job, and now here I am. Initially I went to HMS Tireless as the Communication Information Systems Engineer, which specialised in the communications and the sonar on board, and now I've moved across to be a Deputy Weapon Engineer, which means I'm in charge of all the weapons, all the fire control systems, and the day-to-day running of the department as a delegate for the Weapon Engineering Officer. Well, a day at sea can be fairly typical when you do a 6-on, 6-off watch bill. I'm in second watch, which means that I do from 1 in the morning until 7 in the morning, and then 1300 until 1900 each day. Obviously planning meal times around that when we're off watch. During a normal watch I'll do 3 hours on ship control, which means I'll sit in the control room. I'll be in charge of the buoyancy of the submarine, routine activities of the submarine, so moving from our safe depth to when we go to periscope depth, moving deeper, controlling the water within the submarine, making sure the domestics are carried out, all the standard mundane things which mean which have to happen to ensure a submarine can remain at sea. And then on top of that, I'll do maybe some time operating the periscope, some time operating the chart, and if I have any free time on top of that, I'll make sure the department's running smoothly. So if we do have any emergent defects which occur during the watch, I'll be removed from the position which I'm taking, and I'll go and brief the captain on what defects we have, and then we can manage the rectification and ultimately keep the submarine at sea. When we're on operations, there'll be a reason that we are there in the first place, so therefore we need to maintain a constant readiness state. For me, that will be, as the fire control officer on board, that may mean that I need to be down in the WFC, which is where we are now, maintaining the weapons or loading the weapons, or it could be preparing to fire or being at constant readiness state, ready to fire. My favourite part of the job has got to be the fire control side, whereas we train weekly to make sure that we're ready to fire Tomahawk land attack missiles at all times, and we also train firing spearfish, which is our heavyweight torpedo, which it is a defensive weapon, but we need to be ready to use it at all times, and that's got to be the best part of the job. Life for me in the Navy, the best thing about joining the Navy has to be the responsibility that I get from doing my job. I get some real job satisfaction from every day. I do work hard, but then I get the reward which I don't think I can get from any other job. I get to think at the end of the day, we have walked through this maintenance period, we've worked hard, we've achieved what we need to achieve, and now we're at sea, ready to go, ready to do what's required of us. And that has got to be the best part of being in the Navy.